was Rick Rude like?
He was pretty intense. I remember one time we were in that first trip I took when Lanny Papa was hurt. So it was with Rude, uh, Henning, Boss Man going around. So we go into and Coco Beware. That guy I loved him too. He was a good dude. But we were in the Toronto Howard Johnson, I guess it was like back in that day, the hotel and the club was there. And we walk in and I'm just following around like a puppy, they're the big names. I'm just walking by, I'm like, I'm with them. And some guy sitting at the bar, we're trying to get a drink, and Rick Rude smoked occasionally, so he's smoking. And I remember these guys, these clowns turn around their bar stools looking at us, and they're all like, "Hey, oh, yo, you think you're big, coming with your muscles like you're some badass, huh?" And he took a big drag on a cigarette and blew in the guy's face. As soon as he closed his eyes, he grabbed him by the throat with he had strong arms and hands
Yeah.
and choked him out, threw him on the ground. And he looked at his other friends. They spun around their bar stools and were like, "Ooh." It's like, dang, he's pretty intense. I worked him one time. I'm pretty sure it was the first concussion I ever got. He DDT'd me onto a chair. He was but overall, he was a good dude. Just very intense.
So I went to Mike Sharpe's wrestling school,
I'm
and
not sure.
yeah, I believe
I
you
like
worked
to
with
do
Mike,
matches
right?
with him. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Let me
love
hear.
him.
Everyone has Mike Sharpe stories. Let me hear. What do you got?
I just remember I had to work him in Auburn Hills in Detroit. It was the first time they were in this. It was a brand new arena back then, and I had him first match, big building. We're thinking, man, there's hardly anybody there compared to how many seats were there. So I get back to the ring. From the ring, it was one of those probably about 8 or 9 minutes doing his stuff. It's the test his strength, yelling at the people, and then get his gimmick and pop you out. So I get back to the dressing room side, and I hear the showers run. I'm thinking that's weird because we are still doing the opposite ends of the building, protected business. I hear the shower running, so I have a towel around my waist. I come around the corner, and the shower's running full blast, and Jake had put his python in there, and it freaked me out. So when I moved, I slipped, and I'm on the floor kicking and screaming, "What the fucking snake in here!" And he comes running, and he says, "Dude, you're scaring my snake." I'm like, "Whatever." So I run out into the concourse area outside the door, and then the security guard goes, "What are you doing, dude? What's wrong?" I said, "By the way, you're naked." I'm like, "Where's my towel?" So I run back and I tell Mike that story. He's like, "Oh, that's funny." But Jake said he got when he travels, he lets his snake get out and they get some exercise, the warm water. And it was just kind of just, I said, "That's cool. Just, you should probably let people know you're going to do that."
It was always amazed me, especially now going back and watching Mike. Just not he was perpetual motion. He never stopped, and he never stopped yelling. Just go to the ring and yell for 8 minutes. You're gonna blow up just doing that. And Mike had cardio for days. Unbelievable.
Oh, so as big as he was, too. Yeah, he was at one match in Toronto. They had taped it and it was probably about 10 or 12 minutes. And he was a big guy. I mean, I was 6'1", and he was just so thick. So they wanted me to put you know, half Nelson on him. I couldn't get my fingers around him. He's and that's like shade. He always put baby oil all over himself. So
Oh
he's
yeah.
I can't. One time I went to arm drag him, and he went right through me. It was like, but yeah, he would work the crowd. The crowd, he was a great at getting the crowd all around that, wasn't he?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And again, the shape the man was in for such a big guy. You go back and watch any opening match on a 1980s house show, and Mike Sharpe, he gave the people his all he had every match. He really did.